Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. You are currently watching a charity marathon for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, whose mission statement is research, education, and outreach for the prevention of cancer. We are Speed Demos Archive, the premier community for video game speedruns, completing games as quickly as possible through extensive planning, practice, and knowledge of game mechanics and glitches. We have a Twitch team page, www.twitch.tv/team/SDA. We also have many runners here from Speedruns Live, the best site to race video games online against others. Players of all skill levels are welcome to join, whether you'd like to become competitive or just race casually with friends. You can go to the front page, speedrunslive.com, for more information and to watch a wide variety of speedrun streams. Thank you very much, Hash, for your $50 donation. Hey guys, greetings from Quebec, Canada. Awesome event and for a good cause. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Andrew and Stormy, for your $50 donation. Thanks to everyone for doing this. We watch every time we can. Just recently lost a friend to cancer, so this is donated in his name. Miss you, Adam. Thank you very much, CanPed, for the $25 donation. I was diagnosed with cancer almost a year ago. Now it seems like a distant memory of an experience, and I can say experience rather than ordeal, thanks to early detection and how far the treatment has come. All in all, it really wasn't bad at all, and now it's completely behind me. Put this to X and X4, because we've all seen zero runs far too often. Anyone can SDC. Thank you very much, Ramza411, for the $50 donation. Just want to say you guys are amazing, and I am always blown away by the quality of play. Good luck to all the runners, and a round of applause to those keeping things running backstage. Thank you very much, Nome, for the $50 donation. This is my second donation, one donation for each Mega Man block, always with the Mega Man hype. All the Mega Man runners are great. Thank you very much, Slinner, for the $50 donation. Cousin died young to cancer, donating to prevent anyone from losing a loved one. Greetings from Germany. Thank you very much, Radman, for the $250 donation. Not even a surprise attack by cancer on the website can keep AGDQ from their speedruns. This should be more than enough to help phase cancer off for now so we can all enjoy more games. Thank you very much, Granipicus, for the $50 donation. Thanks to everything you all do and to all the great runs this week. This past year has been tough ever since we lost my 3-year-old goddaughter to a multi-year cancer fight. Please put all $50 towards naming the girl character in Secret of Mana Papaya in her honor. And thank you, Zenic Reverie, for the $50 donation. This is for the big Kazam.
At least he's making it. Yes. A lot of you don't know.
Or as if I didn't tell him a million times.
Boss game? It's boss game?
More.
Work.
I want to work for you. I want to work for you.
You guys ready?
Quick update on donation incentives. We're about $250 away from adding Mario Land 2 to our schedule. That will be played after 03. So $250 and we'll play Mario Land 2.
You good over there?
I want that star song.
You good up there? Okay, I'll do a countdown. Ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, this is Mega Man X3.
Fantastic theme in the intro stage. I love this
Yes,
intro.
this game does have a lot of nice music. You're going to see a lot of changes from this compared to Mega Man, the game me and Caleb just raced. This has a lot more mobility tech involved. You can do up dashes and air dashes, saber jumps, and I'll explain those as I get to them. But the goal for this is 100%. So we'll be collecting every item in this game. And that means, in a broad definition, you get the gold armor and the Z-Saver. I'll explain that a little later. For those are the two most important upgrades in this game, as they just let you destroy everything. And this guy betrays you because, I don't even know, I can't speak Japanese. But yes, this is one of only 2 times in this run I'll be using Zero. And if you do like Zero, there is X4 coming up after this. Assuming that Zero is the bidding war, I believe.
Yes, bidding wars between X and 0.
Do you know what's leading so far?
Let me check for you.
All right.
Yeah, so it's fairly close. But yes, the Z-Saber is the most powerful weapon in this entire game. So once I get it, I'll make use of it a lot. Also, you want to do we'll do a roll call. I'm Zewing, I'm the guy running this game.
Conster.
I'm betting Falker.
I'm Duckfist.
So yeah, for this fight, you want to use 2 charge shots. You want to start with the charge shot, and sometime before you end, you want to hit him with another charge shot. When you hit him with the second, really depends on what attack pattern he gives you. But right there, he didn't give me any bad patterns, so I didn't have to like waste a charge.
So in X3, does it still have the dash buster shot for double damage like in X1 and X2?
The dash shot in this game has been reduced so that it only affects a certain enemy, but it does not affect any Mavericks. So I can't use any of those strats.
Right.
Okay, the first stage we're doing is Ton of Rhino. This game was routed back in, I think 2005. I think Yuyama was the guy who routed this, and no matter how, like what you can come up with, the weapon you get from Ton of Rhino is incredibly useful. Like, you would have to do a lot of revisits if you didn't have this weapon. But for this first visit, I'm not getting any upgrades, even though I could get the, you see the E-tank right there. I could get that, but it's a little easier to get it when I have an air dash. So I didn't miss it, guys. I'm just coming back for it later. And this level, you really can't afford to get hit too many times, otherwise you can't do a quick kill, which I'm about to show you guys in a second. And once again, I'm not using a turbo controller. You see US SNES right there. And I should get hit 3 times when fighting this guy here. That was a little bad, but I still didn't take enough damage, so I should be worried. Because, yeah, enemies in this game, contact damage takes a lot of health away. I believe 3 hits from any of these guys will really take you out.
Just want to give a quick rundown of potential prizes that you can win during this Mega Man block, which encompasses X, X3, X4, and 03. You can win with a minimum $5 donation, you can win a 30th anniversary Capcom character encyclopedia or a Mega Man X Super Famicom cart. The encyclopedia given to us by Quintendo Power and the Famicom cart by Yggdrasil. Also, with a $5 donation, you could win a Mega Man X3 Japanese cart donated by our own Zewing. And $25 to put you in for
don't get me.
the giant Mega Man X Perler by Mecha Richter. Those prizes are all up for grabs during the entire Mega Man block.
So yeah, once his health gets below, I believe, 1/3, he starts doing his power charges or whatever it is. You can't hit him during it, but if you do touch him whenever he's doing it, you'll cause the game to lag for some reason. And I was kind of a little close there.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Boss on 2 HP.
Yeah, Ton of Rhino is a very risky stage to do, but it's the only stage you really can do without adding more revisits. But we got one of the best weapons in this game.
And luckily, Tunnel Rhino's AI lacks something to be desired.
You think that's bad?
Yeah, that's a theme in a couple of the bosses in X3, sadly.
So yeah, now we're going against Blizzard Buffalo. If you guys watched Caleb, he did what was called Iceless. Well, this game has a similar thing that I'll be pulling off to get an E-Tank near the end of the stage, but I got to get a heart piece first, which is right here. You can get this using a ride armor, but you can't get the ride armor without the drill. So, go figure.
The jump for the sub-tank is really precise, but it's just a little more lenient than Iceless, but there's a less solid visual view, so it's like almost as hard, if not harder than Iceless.
Yeah, I mean, when you put it down to the bare essentials, it's 1 pixel more lenient, but it does have a odd background to look at for visual. If I don't mess this up, I should be doing a gap jump, which means I can go through this ladder without touching the sides. That's the fastest way to go up a ladder. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, that was okay.
Gap jumps are actually easiest to do in X3 because the ladders are so big, so the gaps that you can jump in are really big.
Yes. And
they're a little easier in X2, a little harder in X2, and they're really hard in X1. There's like no space to jump in.
And this is the leg upgrade. As you can see, it sort of demonstrates what it can do. But it also has a hidden feature that won't become known until after the next stage. Okay, so this fight is actually incredibly difficult. I mean, it's so difficult that I only need one hand to do this. Like this is all you really do, man. I mean, you want the controller? What about you guys?
Best program AI.
But yes, once you, as long as you jump when he's, before he fully sees you, I guess, he thinks you're in the wall to the left, so he's like, it's a buffalo. I don't know. It's just a buffalo. But yes, that is the fastest way to defeat this guy. Using his weakness would be substantially slower, even though it does more damage. And now we're going to be coming up to a cutscene where you get to see 3 additional Mavericks. This is Bit, Bite, and Vile. Bit will always show up before you destroy your 5th Maverick, and Bite will he's only in Maverick stages 3, 4, or 5. Bite will always show up before you finish off your 8th Maverick. And Vile, you have to actually find him. And since this isn't 100%, I do need to kill him in his secret stage, but I will do that during my last Maverick.
Worst possible scenario is if Bit appears in Toxic Seahorse's stage, because Ice is his weakness, and then Ice is the mini-boss's weakness, and then Ice is Toxic Seahorse's weakness. So then he's down some Ice.
Yes,
If
Crush
that
Shield is extremely OP, to be honest. And I'm also going to show off a little collision detection funkiness here, where I'll be going through these guys' hitboxes without actually taking damage. If I can get up there, that is. Yeah, I just went through that guy there, and I didn't take any damage. I believe you have, I don't know how many seconds worth of invincibility when you shoot him with the tornado, but it's like maybe 3/4 of a second or something. It's enough for you to get through them without taking damage. No, any enemy, as long as it doesn't bounce off. Now we got the armor upgrade. This armor upgrade is, it allows you to do a charge shot, but it also allows me to do some mobility stuff, which I'll show at the end of this stage. But first, we gotta try and do a quick kill on this mini-boss. I'll be using Ice a lot.
Quick update on incentive totals.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Currently, Mega Man X4, the bid war between 0 and X. 0's in the lead at $718, X at $482.30. X4 is the next run, so depending on which character you like, that's something to consider. We also... Right. We also have Mario Block coming up fairly soon after Mega Man 03. For Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels, there's a choice between Luigi and Mario. Luigi's at the lead at $15, and Mario has none. So it's a very wide open competition. Nice.
Okay, this is perfect right here. I want to get Bit done before I even get to Seahorse, and getting him in this stage makes things a lot easier. And like I said, I have to use his weakness, which happens to be Ice. And if you were a little observant, you notice I started the fight out with a dash shot, with just a normal shot, actually. The reason I do that is because if you destroy them, they blow up and cost you like 15 seconds. But regardless, you need to have at least one of those two alive. So I just scared him off, but we're going to meet him later. And now, having the air boots and the dash boots and the Buster allows you to do some neon jumps, which, you know, I failed, but there's a few points in this run where I'll be using neon jumps. A neon jump is where you jump while in midair, which allows you to do another boost. Until I get the final armor, I can only do one boost. But you can also do a double, which is a little more complicated because you have to let go of a button and press another one on the same frame, which this game runs at 60 FPS, so 1/60th of a second. That's a very small amount of time, but it's doable. And right now, I'm playing a little hardball. So yes, this is probably the most RNG dependent boss in this entire game. Everybody else isn't really that bad. Like, you noticed when me and Caleb raced at MMX, like, we were losing and gaining a lot of time on a lot of fights. In this game, you really don't have a lot of fights you're going to lose or gain time on, just because a lot of the RNG is just taken out of the equation. And also for this fight, I was using Buster only, because when he performs an action while on the ground or the walls, he loses all invulnerability frames, which allows me to take another shot at him without waiting. And this is Gravity Beetle. This is the second stage I'll be revisiting later on. And because I don't have to deal with Bit, I should be able to show off a little neon. Wow. These guys. And if you notice, every stage has these little midpoints. They're just there for bit and bite.
Thank you very much to Tai Mitsumo for the $100 donation. Another donation while at work. Glad I get to catch the Mega Man X block. Happy to donate to a great cause. Thank you very much for the $50 donation. Play and trade video games in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
And another thing, once you have the armor upgrade and the leg upgrade, you're able to climb ladders at a much faster rate of speed. So wall jumps near ladders aren't really necessary anymore. It's actually slower. So here we're coming up to another difficult boss fight. I mean, if you thought Blizzard Buffalo was hard, you may be in for a surprise. I mean, it's almost as bad as Think Million. And also, I'm entering this fight with a charged shot because bosses have less invulnerability frames using a buster shot instead of using an item shot. It only saves, frames, but it doesn't hurt to do it. And yes, this is really how you fight him. You just, I mean, he can hit you. I mean, like, it's right there, yeah. Oh, he got me again! This guy almost got me, man. That'd have been embarrassing, huh?
No, it wouldn't be embarrassing. It's like really hard.
Thank you very much, Jordan S., for the $25 donation. What better way to spend a chilly winter day than watching some speedruns? I can't wait to see Zewing destroy my favorite Mega Man game of all time. I've been studying French for over decades, so put this money towards the Borderlands run in French. Vive la France!
And now we're doing Toxic Seahorse. This is the 5th Maverick. So once this stage is over with, you're gonna there's a possibility Bite will show up within the remaining Maverick stages. I also like the music in this stage. It's pretty cool.
Thank you very much, Walcohol, for the $50.20 donation. Hi all, everyone's favorite nut here again. I just want to say hi to all my friends and wearers of glasses at AGDQ, and I want to apologize for being unable to donate sooner when I really wanted to. Keep up the runs and fashionable sense of style you all have, and good luck to those that still have runs to go. Remember to stay 502 true and defeat cancer with speed.
So, as you can see, I need to use that charged ice block there. That's the most optimal strat to get up there. But if Bit would have showed up in this stage, I really couldn't use that, because I also have to use ice on this guy. So, it's a little bit of RNG whether he shows up, but it's still not a terrible amount of time lost. And he's done. Now, there's one more section to this stage, and once I get to the boss fight, it's gonna look a little weird what I'm doing, but the guy has some wacky invincibility frames. Like, I can't really explain how it works, but if you hit him while he's in the air and he falls down and hits the ground, he has no invulnerability for several frames, which should allow me to at least kill him in 3 cycles. And I should end this fight with 1 or 0 ice shards. So you have to really manage your ice shards here. Or none. Yes, that was a pretty okay fight. 3 is standard. You can actually get a 2 cycle, but that's very difficult to pull off. I think I've only done it 1 time. It requires mashing at just the right speed and just the right time. Let's drop that. Okay, now this is a stage where, even though we collected the ride armors, we can't actually use them, but we will after we take this one. And now these conveyor belts here, as long as you slide on, you get a small speed boost. I mean, it's really minor, but it's something you really want to try to do. Maximize your speed in these type places. And this mini boss here, you just hit it with acid. This next part here is one of the reasons why there's no reason to not do this stage, since that Blast Hornet gives you Blizzard Buffalo's weakness. And I'm despawning those off screen, otherwise I would have to pause the game. Okay. So I don't have to go down there and grab it, I just have to shoot it down. And with that, the rest of this, I'm able to show off a few ride armors. But that was just the normal armor.
So X3 was the first game to introduce multiple different types of ride armors that you can kind of like summon by standing on these platforms after you find the upgrade. So does the 100% category include finding all, 4 different ride armors?
Yes, you have to get all 4 of them, otherwise the capsule at the gold capsule won't show up in Dr. 1. I think this is the only Mega Man game that has that with ride armors. Every other one is just upgrades. But yeah, for this fight here, the Blast Hornet's weakness is Gravity Well, which is what I'm using. But it's really slow to use since you have to wait out an animation. But luckily for me, I can pause the game and cancel the animation and charge nearly instantly. But while I'm charging, I want to shoot a Gravity Well so I can maximize the damage over time. One more. Okay, just one more and he's done. Now I don't shoot I don't shoot an uncharged one there because he's done anyways. Once I hit him with one final one. And that's just a little swag. This weapon here, unfortunately, when you have to charge your equipment and switch items, it kind of gets in the way and auto locks bees, which that's not a really fun thing to deal with, because especially after what I have to do in Doffer 2. Okay, this stage is probably the hardest of all the stages. You have to do a lot of neon jumping, and hopefully I can get a double neon here for you guys.
The first neon, in a double neon, the first neon, you have to release, shoot, fire, and press jump on the same frame. So the first neon is really hard, and the second one is just pressing 2 buttons at the same time. It's really easy.
Got it.
And he got it.
That saves approximately 5 seconds over using one neon. It's a little tricky to pull off, but if you fail it, I think you can get a ride up the elevator anyways.
Zewing, care to explain double kicks? I can't really do it well.
I really don't use them in this run.
You've been using them all around. Yeah.
Double kicks is basically if you have to climb a wall and it takes you 3 times to get up the top, but after the second time you're really close. If you tap the button really fast, you'll do a second wall kick barely above the third, and it saves a few frames. Oh, he's here. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a little chin putt just to take this guy out because I use default controls. Okay, kind of missed him the first one, but I got him. So yes, his weakness is drill, but charge drill especially takes a lot of damage away. And once again, I'm not killing him, I'm destroying him.
And it's unfortunate he showed up in this stage because Full Catfish's weakness is drill, unfortunately.
So yes, now that I got the ride armor from Hornet stage, I can use it here so I can get the sub-tank. And charged ice basically acts like a shield, lets you go through small enemies, and it also is a less laggy approach to using drill, and or even, especially at the end of during Vile's secret stage. Having charged ice really reduces a lot of lag. Okay, this fight in particular is a little tricky. You got after 16 hit, 16 total damage, which sorry, I need that. Come on. There we go. So I really wanted him to do that so that I can eliminate the number of drills I need to use. Because he has a long invincibility frame with the drills, because not only is it from the damage he takes from that, but he has a sort of invulnerability period once he hits the ground with this little shockwave he does. And that's 7 Mavericks down, but we still haven't been to Vile yet, so we gotta get him. Not killing Vile versus killing Vile creates 2 different Doppler 2 stages. I want the one that this bug's in that I need 0 for, which is only available if you kill Vile.
And I believe Vile's capsule is only in 2 levels, I believe?
I believe 3. Blizzard Buffalo, but that's not a choice because you need mobility. This stage here, and Volt Catcher. Yeah, that was the final armor, but luckily for me, that armor right there is actually the best one to use in this stage to get to the heart. It doesn't, I have to use a ride armor to get the heart, but none of them have the mobility required to get here efficiently unless you have this to hover with. Okay, so now the set point is checked. So once I'm done with Vile, I will spawn, I believe, right here. This stage also has some good music, man. Oh yeah, this one's great.
Thank you very much for the $50 donation, Avatar of Honor. Hey guys, been wanting to win some Mega Man X games and it's been great watching so far. Thanks for the lessons and keep up the fight against cancer. Thank you very much, Havoc81, for the $20 donation. Loving the Mega Man X run so far. But now we get to my favorite in the series, X3. Best of luck, Zewing, and to all the runners. Let's X bust cancer. Loving the blue bomber camp, by the way.
So for this fight, you're going to notice a pretty common trend, but I need to hit him 4 times with charge shots. Once I do that, I'm going to finish him off with his weakness, but I can't afford to miss any shot, otherwise I can't kill him, because his only weakness is this weapon and the weapon I get from the state. So, go figure. This should be enough to kill him, as long as I don't mess up. So you really just want to hit him at every opportunity you can, but you don't want to be too risky, otherwise if he hits you as you're about to shoot and you don't hit him, you have to take some extra damage off him, and just like he's done. Now that he's done, I don't have to worry about anything else since Bit and Bite are both defeated, which allows me to fight the optimal boss for Doppler 1. Nah, we gotta do another chimp cut, jeez. I was only expecting to do this once in this run, but not twice.
X3 has really good aiming techniques.
Yeah, the movement's a lot more difficult compared to X1. X2 also has difficult, well, movement tech, since it has air dash and strike chain, but for this, really Charged Buster is the only weapon that can be used as an ability. And that wasn't your stream lag, and that is an incredibly laggy part of this game. It's too laggy to be honest.
Thank you, Stephen Kabinski, for the $50 donation. I was waiting to donate, but decided to do it now because of Zewing's awesome explanations. Cool hat, too. Thanks for everything you all are doing to support cancer research and prevention. My aunt's been battling cancer for the past few years, so this means a lot to me.
So I guess speaking of a lot of in-game lag, Zewing is playing on Rock Band X3 on Super Nintendo. So does the X Collection version actually reduce all of the lag like that in the game?
It has internal lag, but it doesn't have any, lag from sprites and all that stuff. This game, that in the X Collection version isn't actually a copy of this. It's a copy of the PS1, I think.
PS1 version.
Also, we're going to do a little interesting strat here.
Don't blink.
Ah. Okay, I'll get him. What the? Come on, man. I didn't do anything. I'll show off the proper way to do that when I get to the refights.
Basically what it is, when he's hit, he has no invulnerability for him, if I'm correct.
It looks
Approximately.
like he landed 3 really quick buster shots at the very end.
Yeah, I think he loses it for, I want to say 2 seconds, but you don't make use of all those 2 seconds if you have to switch or use it. But I'll show off the proper way to do that later. But now that we're done with all the Maverick stages, I don't have every upgrade. I still need to get 2 hearts, 1 E-tanks, and helmet upgrade. But first, I need to go to I wanted to go to Beetle before I go to Rhino, because the Beetle, the Rhino upgrade for the helmet, actually spawns a map anytime you enter a stage that's not a Doppler stage, which will cost about 5 to 6 seconds. And I just gotta do a quick neon here.
Thank you very much, Peter Vervloet, for the $15 donation. Here's $15 towards X in Mega Man X4, because goodness knows Zero is way too confused to handle this mission.
So yes, like I said, there's 3 upgrades in this stage. I could have gotten the E-Tank earlier, but it's just a little easier when you have a lot more mobility and you don't have to worry about taking damage. Don't know why I did that up there. And if you notice the thing I did against Gravity Beetle, last tournament, I paused the game to cancel an animation. You do the same thing during Charge Triad Thunder, which cuts off X's punch ground and wait a long time before moving animation. And that's 1 more down and we can finally go to the end game.
Thank you very much, Crazy Insane, for the $3 donation. Great work during the race, Z-Wing. Your dear friend, Crazy Insane. Love you, man. He also Frank Z spam, but whatever.
Yeah. Love you too, Crazy.
Yeah, I think the animation you lose about maybe 10 seconds.
Okay, as a little skip. The first time through, I actually waited for that rock to fall. But now that I have not using just my buster, I'm able to go through that a little faster. But now I got the helmet upgrade. So I got every upgrade in this game that is not in the Doppler stage.
Quick update on the Zero vs. X donation war for X4. Zero is at $828, X $527.30. This will be played after this run right now.
Okay. I don't really like blue on Mega Man. I wish I had a different color.
Something with a bit more shine.
Some bling. Oh, they will skip my feet. So yeah, this is Doppler 1. Like I said earlier, I didn't want to kill Bit and Bite, I just wanted to destroy them. And you'll see when I get to this boss fight here, why I don't want to kill him. All I need here is a charged spinning blade and 1 more, but once you kill this guy, you lose your movement, and X walks really slow, so I need to find a way to speed that up. I just go over top.
Thank you very much, Tony Cozens, for the $25 donation. Hey everyone, awesome first 2 days. Can't wait to keep watching and keep donating. That race was wicked, and Caleb, awesome speech. Good luck to Zewing on X3 and the rest of the runners.
Now, like the Hadoken in X1, I do need full health in order to get this capsule. And luckily for me, I have just enough after that last guy to get this capsule. If you go just slightly down without having full health, you have to basically restart the stage, which luckily for me I didn't have to because I didn't take any extra damage, and there's the bling. So that armor gives me 4 very cool chips, I guess. I mean, I only need 1 of them. Well, I need 2 of them for the speed run. And as you notice, I was actually double dashing. I get a second dash when I use the, while I'm in the air. So that's going to be very important thing to know when I get to Doppler Stage 2. Because there is a strat I use that involves this. And also there's Bit and Bite. At least it was. Now, for this fight, I got so much health, I don't really care about taking damage. So I'm just going to get behind him and just hit him at every opportunity I can.
Yeah, if you let Bear Bite die, the other boss, he's actually a good bit harder than him.
Yes, you have to use Charge Drill on him, but he's at like the top right corner. You have to do some weird damage boost to even hit him. He's very difficult to do. Like, I didn't enjoy fighting him.
Thank you very much, Anonymous, for the $50 donation. Been a long time watcher and just had to show my support during the Mega Man X runs. Put this towards Zero in Mega Man X4 because Zero needs to know he's fighting for curing cancer.
Yes, this is the hardest Doppler stage, just because the second half I have to do a little nifty boosting. Otherwise, I have to you know, ride these snails all the way up to the top, which, I mean, that's really slow. And this is the last time you're going to see Zero, at least until X4, I hope. Now, this guy here does not show up unless you have killed Vile. That's a very important requirement. But I only use him just so I can get him killed. I mean, what a good friend I am, huh? Now he's going to give me the Z-Saber.
Or Zero.
Yes, I'm getting the Z-Saber right now. Like I said, it's the most powerful weapon in this game. It takes 16 damage away on contact and 24 if you use the ranged version of it.
And you do not need full health to use it, unlike
Yes.
Shoryuken and Hadoken.
Yes, that's very important. You do not need you don't need full health to use it. You can use it at any time as long as you can charge. So this is the little strat I invented when I started running this game. It's very lenient, to be honest. But I'm hoping not only this trick, but the trick after I hope I get. And there you go.
Nice.
That was only the first trick. I'm hoping I get this second trick. I really don't know how to do it, but you'll know if I got it. Trust me. You'll know if I got it.
And that trick is completely random.
We just really don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna try. Ah, got it! The game's not broken, man. Reset. I got it. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my! I was hoping I got that so bad. We showed you guys Air Hadoken. Now we showed you this.
You care to explain that?
I have no idea what to say.
I'll explain
Like,
it.
yeah,
Magic.
if you can.
Pure magic.
Like, what it does, it skips the explosion animation, which it's extremely long for that certain boss. But luckily I got it, so I didn't have to wait that long.
Causes a horrible amount of lag on the screen.
Yeah, a lot of lag. And that was good. Okay, what you see me use there is Hyper C. It basically simulates a fully charged Buster, you shoot 2 times, and then you have a saber to use at a moment's notice. I only use it on 2 of these fights because I do need it for Sigma. And I use it for these 2 Mavericks in particular. The first one I use it on Hornet because he's the closest to the door, so it makes the most sense. And Neon Tiger because even though I'm shooting off, this final stage charges, which he's supposed to block, he thinks I'm only shooting pellets because I'm not really charging.
And this is the ability you acquire with the, is it the arm chip upgrade?
Yes, I believe it's the arm upgrade.
And then, if I remember right, the leg chip is the extra dash, the head chip is life regeneration.
Yes, it's life regeneration as long as you're standing still. And the armor is...
It was reduced damage or something.
Yeah, I think it goes to like half. Now, this fight, like you said, it was simple when you saw it at the beginning, but I'm actually not going to try and beat him fast. I'm taking damage intentionally because I need to recharge Hyper C. And luckily for me, Buffalo takes a lot of contact damage. That should be a little over 3/5 of the way full. So I'm going to be using Z-Saber on every Maverick fight except 2 of them. The first one will be, I'll be going up against Seals. Oh, that's good. Okay. That's a good amount of Hyper C. Now, because this stage is actually a little different compared to where I fought him in his Maverick stages, I don't have to jump off the wall. Ah, just a little bit. That was terrible, but I got the top 4 Mavericks done. Now, the bottom 4 are what I'm really going to use to take damage, but I'm not going to take damage like I did against Buffalo because I kind of lost a little time because I wasn't killing him as fast as possible. But against these Mavericks, I can kill them as fast as possible while taking damage. And I may need to use a sub-tank just because I may take like too much damage or have not enough fight to. He's doing pretty good. It looks like it may have prepared a good chunk. But yeah, you have to make sure you do not hit Volcaptus with the ranged version. Because like I said, once he gets below 16 health, he goes into rage mode, and the Mavericks only have 32 health. Oh, that's great. So if it would have hit him with the charge, he would have been invincible and would have just, been a pain. Now, unfortunately for Gravity Beetle, he actually has an AI now, which... It's unfortunate because I need to hit him with the Z-Saber, and luckily he gave me a good pattern. If he goes into his ram attack, I can't hit him with Z-Saber. So luckily for me, I got the best pattern, and I didn't have to waste time. I only have to use Z-Saber with one more guy, and that's Tunnel Rhino. Once again, he actually has an AI this time.
Thank you very much, Joseph Crumpatch, for the $25 donation. Good job, everyone. I'm proud that you all are performing events that shows off both how skillfully these games can be played and how big a heart we have. Keep up the good work and keep that buster charged.
He has AI, but it's still not very impressive.
Yeah, the AI for Tunnel Rhino, for some reason, changes a little bit when you do the refights. He's more prone to stopping and shooting these spikes in the middle of the map. No idea why, but it's still not that bad. Now, hopefully I can show you off this little quick kill for Crawfish. Let's just check my Hyper C. Yeah, that's great. I should have this. I don't think I need a sub-tank, but I will have to go get the health for a minute. Whoa. It's just not my day. I don't know, man. I'll just send it. Oh, not now. I don't know, man. It's not my day for him. It's usually a trick I don't really miss. Usually, I'm at the far right of the sub room when I use the charge. I don't know what happened. I'm not really happy about that, though.
Thank you very much, Anonymous, for the $50 donation. Great job doing the fight against cancer, guys, and hello to the guy in the white t-shirt on the couch. I'm his brother.
Okay, you probably heard a little noise there. That's like a little like clicky. That just means that Hyper C is refilled, and you can only use Hyper C when it's filled. Once you start using it, you cannot switch. Otherwise, you have to refill it to the max before you can do it again. Now, this guy's AI is set to turn regeneration once someone shoots something. And luckily for me, he can't regenerate something that kills him. Like, it takes all the damage away, but like if you would shoot him with a attack that does like 7 damage, but it doesn't kill him, it would refill his health with 7. Because that hit him with 16 twice, the second time, it went down to 0, so he couldn't really regenerate. That's why you're able to hit him the second time to use regeneration. And now we just gotta take on Siggy. But this fight is probably the last RNG point in this run. There's not many, but this one in particular is can be a pain.
Yes, he hits really hard.
Yes, actually, Kaiser Sigma's missiles take the most damage against X in any X game. It actually takes 14 hits away, 14 health away, and you only start out with 16. So try low percent sometime.
Almost as strong as your Z Saber. Oh my god.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, that was phase 1. That pattern is always insane. He always shoots bottom, top, middle. He always does that pattern. But for this specific fight here, it's kind of random whether or not he shoots missiles or shoots a mine or just stands there and lets you slash him. I'm hoping he just lets me stand there and slash him.
Remember this being really hard to figure out on a first playthrough both of these patterns.
Yes.
And also another
that's-
thing, he
that's
has
not a good
a
pattern.
tiny hitbox.
Yeah, his hitbox is a little off. There, he's done. But timer's not done yet. I still have to do the final climb because I still have movement. Okay. You could still die actually because unless if you're not ahead of Sigma's head, he can just hit you into the lava. And you know, being the first time I played this, he knocked me into the lava and I got crushed by the sides. Like that was the biggest middle finger I've ever received. Like, like the guy was hard enough to beat. But now I have to realize you have to be ahead of him, and he can just still mess you up.
Lag, eating your inputs as you climb.
Yes, this is really laggy right here. So you have to be ahead of him, otherwise he's just gonna mess with you. And time. Yeah.
Good job, dude.
Good run, man.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. That was the most commentary I've ever given to any run.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
great.
dude.
That was great.
I just hope you guys enjoyed X and X3, but I think you're going to enjoy X4 more because I believe we're using 0.
Well, let's check the totals. I'm gonna do a refresh right now.
Yep, we have 0 winning with $828.
Yep.
That's the stuff.
It was close, but we get to see 0 now.
Yep.
I mean, you kind of see him enough in that game, but I guess you got to see him now.
You just watched Zewing play through Mega Man X3. Once again, we are Speed Demos Archive, a website dedicated to running games very, very quickly and posting high-quality videos of all of your favorite video games. And we also have an association with Speedruns Live, your #1 source for races of all your favorite games, live streamed. And we are currently doing a charity marathon for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, whose mission statement is research, education, and outreach for the prevention of cancer. Up next will be Sneaky with Mega Man X4. questions? Good luck, man.
All right.
Yeah, so it's fairly close. But yes, the Z-Saber is the most powerful weapon in this entire game. So once I get it, I'll make use of it a lot. Also, we'll do a roll call. I'm Zewing. I'm the guy running this game.
Conster.
I'm Duckfist.
So yeah, for this fight, you want to use 2 charge shots. You want to start with the charge shot, and sometime before you end, you want to hit him with another charge shot. When you hit him with the second, really depends on what attack pattern he gives you. But right there, he didn't give me any bad pattern, so I didn't have to like waste a charge.
So in X3, does it still have the dash buster shot for double damage like in X1 and X2?
The dash shot in this game has been reduced so that it only affects a certain enemy, but it does not affect any Mavericks. So I can't use any of those strats.
Right.
Okay, the first stage we're doing is Ton of Rhino. This game was routed back in, I think 2005. I think Yuyama was the guy who routed this, and no matter how, like what you can come up with, the weapon you get from Ton of Rhino is incredibly useful. Like,
Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. You are currently watching a charity marathon for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, whose mission statement is research, education, and outreach for the prevention of cancer. We are Speed Demos Archive, the premier community for video game speedruns, completing games as quickly as possible through extensive planning, practice, and knowledge of game mechanics and glitches. We have a Twitch team page, www.twitch.tv/team/SDA. We also have many runners here from Speedruns Live, the best site to race video games online against others. Players of all skill levels are welcome to join, whether you'd like to become competitive or just race casually with friends. $50 away from adding Mario Land 2 to our schedule. That will be played after 03. So $250 and we'll play Mario Land 2.
you good over there?
I want that star song.
You good up there? Okay, I'll do a countdown. Ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, this is Mega Man X3.
Fantastic theme in the intro stage. I love this
Yes,
intro.
this game does have a lot of nice music. You're going to see a lot of changes from this compared to Mega Man, the game me and Caleb just raced. This has a lot more mobility tech involved. You can do up dashes and air dashes, saber jumps, and I'll explain those as I get to them. But the goal for this is 100%. So we'll be collecting every item in this game. And that means, in a broad definition, you get the gold armor and the Z-Saber. I'll explain that a little later. For those are the two most important upgrades in this game, as they just let you destroy everything. And this guy betrays you because I don't even know. I can't speak Japanese. But yes, this is one of only 2 times in this run I'll be using Zero. And if you do like Zero, there is X4 coming up after this. Assuming that Zero is the bidding war, I believe.
Yes, bidding wars between X and Zero.
Do you know what's leading so far?
Let me check for you. You can go to the front page, speedrunslive.com, for more information and to watch a wide variety of speedrun streams. Thank you very much, Hash, for your $50 donation. Hey guys, greetings from Quebec, Canada. Awesome event for a good cause. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Andrew and Stormy, for your $50 donation. Thanks to everyone for doing this. We watch every time we can. Just recently lost a friend to cancer, so this is donated in his name. Miss you, Adam. Thank you very much, CanPed, for the $25 donation. I was diagnosed with cancer almost a year ago. Now it seems like a distant memory of an experience, and I can say experience rather than ordeal, thanks to early detection and how far the treatment has come. All in all, it really wasn't bad at all, and now it's completely behind me. Put this to X and X4, because we've all seen Zero runs far too often. Anyone can SDC. Thank you very much, Ramza411, for the $50 donation. Just want to say you guys are amazing, and I am always blown away by the quality of play. Good luck to all the runners, and a round of applause to those keeping things running backstage. Thank you very much, Nome, for the $50 donation. This is my second donation, 1 donation for each Mega Man block. Always with the Mega Man hype. All the Mega Man runners are great. Thank you very much, Slinner, for the $50 donation. Cousin died young to cancer, donating to prevent anyone from losing a loved one. Greetings from Germany. Thank you very much, Radman, for the $250 donation. Not even a surprise attack by cancer on the website can keep AGDQ from their speedruns. This should be more than enough to help phase cancer off for now so we can all enjoy more games. Thank you very much, Granipicus, for the $50 donation. Thanks to everything you all do and to all the great runs this week. This past year has been tough ever since we lost my 3-year-old goddaughter to a multi-year cancer fight. Please put all $50 towards naming the girl character in Secret of Mana Papaya in her honor. And thank you, Zenic Reverie, for the $50 donation. This is for the Big Kazam.
At least he's making it. A lot of you don't.
Boss game? It's boss game?
More.
Let's give you effort.
You guys ready?
Quick update on donation incentives. We're about 200